Hey, hello guys. Welcome back to my channel LD Gaming. Now I want to explain about review game review about Toram Online. Maybe some of you already play it yourself, and then you know how its game play about Toram. Well, let's see. uh, I start a new account, and this one is not really far away yet, and I'm still level 57, and it's called a newbie or a noob. Okay, but I just want to introduce you how the gameplay itself running in mobile device like iOS or we called iPhone and Android, and a lot of uh, product name for Android. Okay, I will not say one for all one and another product name. Okay, let's start. Why my last video is never using English? Kenapa video-video gue sebelum-sebelumnya tidak pernah gue bawakan dengan bahasa Inggris? Karena gue dari Indonesia, gue YouTuber Indonesia, dan gue mau menjelaskan game ini ke orang-orang Indonesia. But gue juga berpikir kalau gue pakai bahasa Inggris akan ada beberapa orang yang mungkin kurang paham penjelasan gue tentang game ini saat mereka melihat video gue. Jadi gue pakai bahasa Indonesia, tapi gue pikir lagi yang melihat YouTube ini kan nggak cuman orang Indonesia ya guys. Jadi not only for Indonesian watching YouTube video I upload in this YouTube, but also many foreign, banyak juga orang asing which is watching a video uploaded in YouTube. So I decide to not only using Indonesian language, but also I want to use English language as global language. So we all watching this video can understand what I want to try to tell you, and the message in this video about. So I want to tell you about Toram online game MMORPG, one of the best MMORPG I think in mobile device, not in PC. Okay, right? Okay, buddy. So this how the Toram online play itself. Okay, let's continue our quest. I suggest if you want to play Toram online, you should using balance connection. I mean, if you want to play it with smooth buffer loading time, you should using balance connection, not with data, but not with phone data, but with Wi-Fi. So it's giving you more suitable connection for play without any delay or without any lag itself. We on a sort of main quest inside the game. This is not first main quest. This is a middle in storyline. So I already play this for a long time and have many account. But this one is the newest account I made for this content video. So I want to try to tell you all from the beginning gameplay this game start until how the game become pro itself in this game. Okay, let's get started. This game giving you opportunity to hire a bodyguard from your friend list. I mean from another player character. So you can hire another player character to become your one of your bodyguard. To following you in your quest and adventure and helping you to fight enemy inside the game. So you could more easier to beat all the monster inside the game, except of course the boss, because the boss in this game is actually hard if you only using hired bodyguard from other player character. Just two of our character and bodyguard, it's hard to beat the boss. But more easier if you could make party or teamwork with another player, active another player. You could made a party with them and start to raid or fighting the boss. It's more easier because the max player in one team in here inside this game, it could reach 4 player in one party or in one teamwork. So you could more easier to fight the boss inside the game. Oh, I almost forgot. Aku lupa nih ngasih tahu kalian kalau di game ini, if inside this game you could made your own free build character. I mean, this is not the game MMORPG with choices already made by the system for job class, but this is instead you could make your own class with free creation and without boundaries, without already made option. You could make this inside this game a class you want and combine it like what I made now is not actually available in first choice class, but this is a hybrid class, one of hybrid class, because I use karena gua make dua senjata, because I use two different weapon in one character, but not every weapon, tapi tidak semua jenis senjata could be combined into using in same time. I mean, nggak semua senjata bisa digunakan dalam satu waktu, guys. Jadi, like you seen in the screen, I use one hand sword type weapon. But also, I use a knuckle, a glove. I mean, for a fighter, like a kung fu fighter. So I combine both of them. So jadi aku gabungin dua senjata ini, become a name of creation class is called Sword Fu. I mean, Fu is from kung fu. Melee fighter, we using the knuckle or glove, and sword is from sword master. If we combine both of them, become sword fu, because using two different type of weapon. Jadi karena gua pakai dua senjata berbeda, yang satunya pedang satu tangan, yang satunya itu sarung tangan atau glove ya, pukulan ya. Itu kan biasanya digunakan sama kungfu master, kungfu ya, pengguna kungfu yang sarung tangan itu. Tapi karena gua pakai senjata pedang satu tangan dan pakai sarung tangan kungfu, jadi gua sebut kelas ini adalah Sword Fu. Gabungan dari Sword Master dan Kung Fu. Okay? Sword Fu is a title I giving to my creation in this game, to character my creation, my created character in this game, which is using both two different weapon and two different class in one single character, become Sword Fu. Fu from a Kung Fu and sword from Sword Master. Because I using two different weapon. You could see in the screen. Kamu bisa lihat di ini ya. Oke, lanjut. Kalian bisa cek quest kalian di sini. Buka menu aja ya, buka karakter, terus di sini ada pilihan quest. You could check your current quest from menu option, and then character button, and then you could choose quest option there, and you could read the explanation of next quest you does not finish yet, does not actually done it yet. So I almost forgot, this game using language for a game, for option inside game. It's based on your phone language. So, if your phone language you choose English, then this game would eventually following your phone language, become English too. But if you use like me, Indonesian language, then automatically this game will using Indonesian language as well. So the language inside the game is adapting from your phone language. Okay. I should say sorry if my English not very fluently, because I'm not English person, and English is not my primary language. I mean not my mother language. I'm born and ground in Indonesian. So actually English is my secondary language. I ask you all apologize, and I hope you all can forgive me if my English are little broken. I try my best to explain with English. So if you guys having a better vocabulary and how to speak it, the better abilities than me, then just giving comment in my video. I should make this game sound is more little, so not very noisy in my ear. This is one of this game boss. This actually could transform into a living golem. This is one is still in sleep mode, but this is actually can transform into living golem and attack our character when we in after we get into game storyline. Okay, let me check first what the next quest I should do. Apa nih quest selanjutnya yang gua harus suruh lakuin? Oh guys, sorry, gua salah nih, harusnya nggak kesini dulu, harusnya ke Nayata ya. Nayata itu seorang penyihir one of wizard in this game called Nayata. She's actually a good wizard, but unfortunately she have a blind eyes because result from past battle, a really huge battle in another game called Iruna Online, because Toram Online is adapting next story from Iruna Online. So Iruna and Toram Online is same developing game made by Asobimo Company, one of largest game company in Japan. Both of the game, Iruna Online and Toram Online, have correlation, guys, in storyline. So if you want really understand how Toram Online started, you should play Iruna Online first, so you could better comprehensive, better understanding about how the Toram Online start and background from old story in Iruna Online. You could find really interesting storyline inside this game. I mean it. Aku serius guys, kalian bisa dapetin awas saham. Kalian bisa dapetin pemahaman yang lebih baik di game Toram Online tentang jalan ceritanya ketika kalian sudah memainkan Iruna Online, guys. Jadi Toram Online itu berdasarkan based on Toram Online is based Toram Online storyline is based on from Iruna Online, the oldest game made from Asobimo Company. Toram Online actually adapting the storyline from Iruna Online. So if you want really have a better understanding about the board game, you should play both of the game because the Iruna Online is telling us about base story of our character is fighting the dark god inside the game. Lot of the dark god inside the game, but in Toram Online, we actually not fighting the dark god itself inside the game, but we become one of servant, one of their servant in this game. So in Iruna Online, we act as enemy for dark god, but in Toram Online, we actually become one of their servant, the dark god servant. So it seems from different angle. You see, one as we act as enemy, and another we act as a friend, also a servant, faithful servant for God, dark god inside the game. You see the graphic itself. I really like this game because Toram Online giving us anime based graphic, like we seen the anime but not in a movie. It's on a game. We could using our own character, and we could choose our own destiny. We made our own friend, and we joining our own team, or we called it guild. If we watching video anime from Japan, it's actually we only seen the story play, okay? But if this game, they give anime situation, but we actually play it ourselves. Not only seen the storytelling like video. Okay. See, the game told us to search a requirement for finish the quest, sort of item inside the game. It's available on a different place inside game. So we should search it and stock it for finish the quest. But I already done that before, so we doesn't need to actually search it manually now because I already have the requirement. You could see jagged fang, taring bergerigi, terus and saham crystal, and also soul gem, permata jiwa. Okay, then we talk again what we should do next. If you want read the storyline, you could play this game. So you could play read the storyline very carefully. But if me, I already know the storyline, so I would skip the story itself. So it could save more time. I would more tell you how the game playing. Okay, this one item is actually teleport item. It could teleport to many different places. Depends on what kind of teleport item destiny destination. So it's depend on teleport item destination. Like this one is go to Ethos Fortress, and another would this is one going to Sofia City, Sofia Town, and this one could teleport your character into the last save point. Jadi kalian bisa pakai teleport item di game ini dan itu berdasarkan penjelasan teleport item masing-masing. Jadi tergantung ada yang bisa teleport kalian kemana, tergantung penjelasannya di sini. Oke, cek aja langsung questnya apa. Oh, langsung ke Balset ke Ethos Fortress guys. Di sini kita udah punya. Kita udah punya ya ininya. Otomatis dapat dari quest ini. Tapi kalau sebenarnya kalau nggak semua quest ngasih teleport item guys. Nggak semua quest ngasih teleport item. Jadi ada beberapa quest yang memang kalian harus cari sendiri teleport itemnya atau beli. Oke. We should move it to our bag first. My bag already full of item. I'm not selling it yet. So, aku belum jual barang-barang gue yang di ini ya guys, yang di tas. Jadi penuh tasnya, dan kalau kita mau ngegunain item itu harus masuk dulu ke tas kita sebelum kita bisa gunakan. Before we can using the item, we should move the item from to our bag first, so we could use it. If we don't move it to our bag first, we unable to using the item. This is sort of short reward. It's always pop up in your screen while you're playing the game. It's like our achievement inside game. So if we achieve some of achievement, it will eventually pop out in your upper screen. Oh, harusnya ini guys. We should talk to Balset. My assumption, Balset is not an ordinary human in this game. He actually a god in disguise, guys. God disguised as a mere human, an ordinary human, try to hiding his true identity as God, and then helping the team connect team ya in this game directly from side of them, pretending as ordinary human, but actually he is a god, one of God, I think. This Balset guy, the one using a hat. We should search the god around Ethos Fortress, but we does not seen one actually. After we talk with Balset, is the game we prepare, the like game, like James, not game, like James. Actually already shiny, guys. Seems blessed with the god power already. Our next destination is fighting one of game boss inside this game. Okay, make sure if you want play this game, you should using a stable balance connection using Wi-Fi, not with phone data, because if you really want playing this game smoothly without any delay or without any problem connection, I suggest you to using the good Wi-Fi with strong connection. Jadi game ini sendiri guys itu menceritakan kelanjutan dari game Iruna guys, kalau yang gue lihat. Perbedaannya di game Iruna itu karakter kita lebih ke menjadi musuh dari dewa-dewa kegelapan guys di game ini. Sedangkan kalau di Toram Online itu kita jadi salah satu servan. Servannya itu pesuruh ya guys. Faithful servan. Jadi pesuruh yang benar-benar punya kepercayaan penuh gitu guys sama sama dewa-dewa kegelapan di game ini. Jadi berbeda, di satu sisi kalau di Iruna itu kita jadi musuh, karakter kita itu bertindak sebagai musuh dari dewa-dewa kegelapan ya, yang mengancam dunia. Tapi kalau di Toram Online sendiri, yang mengancam dunia itu bukan dewa kegelapan guys, ada lagi Dark Crystal namanya. Jadi pasukan Dark Crystal itu musuh dari dewa-dewa kegelapan. Bahkan dewa-dewa kegelapan sendiri di tempatnya itu ada yang terserang guys oleh mereka, oleh pasukan Dark Crystal itu. Dan Dark Crystal itu jika udah menyerang targetnya, itu jadi si monster atau pasukan kegelapan dari dewa kegelapan itu muncul di badannya kristal-kristal guys. Kristal warna ungu. Dan kita di sini bertindak sebagai penyelamat kerajaan kegelapan guys. Okay. We act like a savior of a dark kingdom made by dark god inside this game. So we should save this world almost destructed by Dark Crystal Army, the enemy of Dark Kingdom. I mean enemy of Dark God. This Dark Crystal is could affect the source and taken their body, and the one already affected would have this sort of crystal, purple crystal in their body and become uncontrollable. I mean, they could control their self. They could control themselves, losing control of their own body. Jadi mereka kehilangan kontrol dari diri mereka sendiri guys. Untuk inang yang kena Dark Crystal ini, I should empty my belonging first. My bag already really full. Oh my god. I forgot to clean the belonging. Okay. Well, I think this is enough. Okay, I will tell you how to defeat the boss by yourself, even you not strong enough yet. But this is actually a cheat way, I think, because this is cheating the game itself. I mean, if you doesn't have a party or not with your friend or not play with your friend, actually you solo or you just by yourself play this game, will be hard to defeat the boss inside the game. Many kind of boss in this inside this game, but with this way I will show you how it could more easier to defeat the boss without extra effort, and you could gain more faster level in this game. Don't attack if you already inside the battle with boss. Don't attack the boss first, but you should running into exit first. Oke, kalian harus lari dulu ke escape, pintu exit guys. Jangan lawan bosnya dulu. Gitu. Kalau kalian main sendiri tanpa party ya, tanpa party dan tanpa teman bermain gitu, kalian pasti akan sulit untuk melawan bos di game-game ini karena bosnya lumayan kuat. Jadi kalian harus lari dulu, dan if already out from the battle, you can choose the difficulties. In the difficulties, there's available normal difficulties, hard, nightmare, ultimate. Okay, the hardest and the lot of effort to finish it, it's ultimate difficulties, but I don't suggest you to choose this one because this is really hard and will giving you hard time too, I think. Except if you already strong enough, you could freely choose what you want. And actually ultimate or nightmare or hard, more hard the difficulties you choose to play, more easier chance to giving you loot of item drop from boss, like a weapon, headgear, or armor, even armor. You got more easier chance if you doing hardest difficulty for battle. You can gain more easier equipment. But this one actually not explained inside game. The easiest difficulties. Nah, di sini nggak dijelasin guys di game ini. Ada difficulty yang paling mudah, easiest difficulty. Yang dijelasin itu hanya normal, hard, sama nightmare, sama ultimate. Tapi di sini itu ternyata sebenarnya ada difficulty yang paling tidak direkomendasi oleh gamenya. Tidak diizinkan pada kesulitan ini. Kalian bisa lihat. Not allowed in this kind of difficulties because it's not not recommended by the game itself. This difficulties is really easy to make you defeat the boss, every kind of boss inside this game. So you could easily leveling up. It we called in Indonesia is power leveling without any meaning difficulties. Okay, you can gain more easier level with this game. Kalian bisa ngalahin bosnya dengan gampang dan bisa dapetin level yang mudah dengan difficulty ini guys. Lihat, kalian bisa ngalahin bosnya dengan gampang, guys. Ini cara yang tersembunyi, nggak semua orang tahu. Hanya pemain-pemain pro yang tahu, guys. Actually, this is kind of one of cheating inside the game without any detected by the system. I mean, not with third third application using for cheat in game. This is not using any of kind of third application. Actually, could detected by system as cheating, and probably if you using third application for cheating in this game and has been detected by the game system or by game master, you could ended losing your account and all of your character, because this game already warning for every player playing this game, don't ever use third application for cheating. If you detected using it, then the punishment could be disband your account and you ended losing all of your character, and I don't suggest it. We should go see Nayata again, one of the greatest wizard in this game. It's like an NPC, okay? Using teleport. Sim our gem has been not made very quite well. I mean, our game still unfinished for defeat the dark crystal boss. So need to finish some of quests and meet Nayata, one of NPC greatest wizard in this game. Jadi kita harus nemuin Nayata, salah satu penyihir hebat di game ini. Salah satu NPC ya, karakter game. Jadi bukan karakter player. Untuk menyelesaikan orbnya guys, permata yang untuk ngalahin Dark Crystal Boss. Kalian bisa lihat karakter gua, cakep kan? Sama kayak orang yang mainnya. You guys could see my character. My character has made originally by me. Actually, my character is handsome, like the one, like me, the one playing it. So narcissistic. Okay, let's talk to Nayata. Nah, that's actually the gems, like gem, for defeating one of item for defeating Dark Crystal boss. One of Dark Crystal boss. We should made first before encounter the boss itself. Jadi sebelum kita menghadapi bos Dark Crystal-nya itu, ada salah satu bos Dark Crystal yang harus menggunakan gem ini untuk mengalahkannya. This gem is called Light Gem or Holy Gem. Holy Gem, I mean. Probably need to defeat the one of Dark Crystal boss inside this game. Okay, let's check the status or character status. You could guys distribute all of your status point based on your own creation or based on kind of weapon you use. Jadi kalian bisa taruh status point kalian terserah dengan kreasi kalian. Bisa juga berdasarkan dari senjata yang kalian gunakan. In upper screen, it's available explanation of what recommendation status point we need for using kind of weapon you use. Okay, what kind of weapon we use. Okay. Because I use one hand sword karena gua pakai pedang satu tangan. Jadi so this is the recommendation from game for status point distribution, strength or dex or fit, and some of agi. But I suggest you for the first play, you should focus on one status point until you reach 255 point for that one of status point choice you made. Then you could, after that, you could choose secondary status point and put the same reach 255 point as well in secondary status point you choose. Like this one, but I actually separate it from beginning since I'm not the first play. I'm not first playing this game, so I basically will put the agi lot of it. We should go to Sofia City first, guys. Kita harus pakai save point, teleport ke Sofia City dulu, ke kota Sofia. Dari situ kita harus berjalan ke Tanah Chaos atau we should go to teleport to Sofia City first, and then we should directly go to Chaos Land for next quest. To meet one of another great wizard called Mawes, different from Nayata. Nayata have two blind eyes because result of past great battle. Mawes has losing he he actually losing all of many organ from his body because the past great battle with Nayata too. Same with Nayata. He ended losing all of part of body, include almost half of his body. Jadi dia kehilangan sebagian badannya, guys. Sebagian badannya dari pertarungan yang lalu, pertarungan besar yang lalu bersama Nayata. Dia hampir kehilangan setengah badannya gitu, guys. Jadi di game ini luas banget, guys, mapnya. Kalian bisa bertualang bersama temen, main bareng ya sama temen atau sama adik, sama kakak, sama keluarga di saat waktu libur ya. Kalian bisa main bareng. Di sini juga luas banget mapnya, ada banyak pilihan map, misinya juga kompleks. The mission giving in this game, I mean the mission available in this game is quite complex with a rich of storyline, and you could play this game with your friends together or your couple or your families in your holiday time. This quite giving you interesting experience, another world you can live. Jadi dunia lain yang kalian bisa hidup di dalamnya bersama teman, bersama pasangan, bersama keluarga, bermain bareng. Nah, kalian bisa lihat banyak in this game provide a lot of different monster or mob and different boss, so you would feel boring or bored if you playing together with your friend, your family, or your couple, or even you play solo, play alone, you will feel boring. Kalian tidak akan merasa bosan jika kalian main bersama teman, bersama pasangan, bersama keluarga game ini. Atau kalian main solo, main sendiri ya, kalian juga nggak akan bosan main ini karena this game actually giving you really lot of rich conversation between NPC and our character and also with another player. Jadi ini ngasih banyak komunikasi, guys, sama NPC, sama pemain lain di game ini. Okay, done. And okay, guys, this is my last explanation from this 5-day session. We could make in another gameplay video. Actually, when I play this game again. So please subscribe and keep support this channel, so I could more review about a lot of different game, and I could made more creation. So guys, keep support this channel and subscribe this one. Thank you for watching, and good luck for your days, and have enjoy your time. Also, meet me inside the game. Enjoy your try of the game. Okay, see you later and see you in next video, guys. Bye bye.